Good Squad, back at y'all with another video. Today's topic is how to really be attractive to women. Now, I normally when I do these videos, I just do it to where I come up with the theme or whatever I'm going to talk about, and then I just whatever downloads and whatever comes to mind and thought like in real time is what I express. I don't write anything down, no bullet points or anything like that. But today, I cooked something up for y'all because within this scenario, it was something that somebody came to me and was like, yo, like I see when we go out, it was like women just seem to love you, like they seem to like gravitate towards you, they want to talk to you, and all this other stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make a video about that. Because I talk to a lot of different guys and they don't have the confidence and stuff like that that pulls women in like that. So I cooked something up for y'all. So in respects to what I'm about to drop, I had to wear my Watch Me Cook hoodie. So what I got for y'all, how to be really attractive to women. And again, I wrote down stuff for this one, so stick with me to the end and I'm gonna give you a cheat code. And that's my whole thing with this too. Like, I like to learn stuff and then come give people who like I care about, or like people who I come across, give them a cheat code. Here, take this knowledge and, you know, use it to your benefit. So how to really be attractive to women. One of my points, you got to be a low maintenance man. And what does that mean? That means that you got to make it easy for women to be in your presence. You know what I'm saying? When they're around you, it's relaxed, it's safe, it's fun, it's easy. They can be themselves because you're being yourself. You're not trying to be something that you're not. You're not trying to impress them. You're trying to have a good vibe. And by just being that and doing that, that's what attracts women. That's why they come in and they feel safe to be themselves. You let them do the talking. You don't even have to say much. Like, when you really are within yourself and like confident within yourself, you don't even really have to say much. All you have to do is just be you. Just be there and flow naturally, and they'll walk out of that situation feeling like they had the best time in the world, and you really didn't even do much, but just be you and be there, and let them be seen for who they are. You know what I'm saying? I said real men are simple and easy to handle. That's what makes you high value. Not money or status, it's your essence and the energy that you carry. And y'all already know with me, I'm the energy guy. I'm the energy reader. I'm the healer. When I come around, I bring good vibes, good energy, love, and healing. So when you come around me, whether you're a man or a woman, you're gonna feel good. You're gonna leave the experience feeling like, dang, like chilling with him was cool. Like, I walk away from that scenario, I feel better than I did before I was with him, or whatever the case may be. So whether I'm with male friends or whether there are women who want to be within my presence, that's what it comes down to. It's the energy that you carry. It's the essence that you have that makes you attractive and alluring to women. So that was one point. Always be aware of the energy that you're carrying. Keep your energy at a good vibration. Everything is a vibe. Everything is a frequency. You want to be a good vibe for women. You don't want to be, when they come around, that now they got to manage you and manage your how you are, and you're a headache. You want to make it easy for them. You want to be low maintenance. You want to be we're like plants. And if you think about it, women are tied to nature. So when a woman is around a man, she doesn't want to feel like she needs to maintain him and take care of him and have to do all this stuff to be around him. She wants to be at ease, especially women nowadays. She wants to be at ease. So you want to make it easy by being low maintenance. You want to be the plant that doesn't require a lot of maintenance in order to maintain. So when you come around, you're already whole. You're already there. All they got to do is give you a little bit of whatever that you might require, and then you're good. You know what I'm saying? You're not requiring a whole bunch from them. So that's what makes you attractive on one level. Another thing you got to understand is that women outnumber us in this world. So there's more of them than there is of us. And when you have that understanding, then that means when you make yourself a low maintenance man and you increase your value to them, again, not monetarily, not status wise, women don't really care about that stuff. Like when it comes down to the core, what they really care about is how you make them feel when they're around you, the type of space that you create for them to be them. So when you become confident within yourself, you work on yourself and you build yourself up to a certain level for you, you're naturally going to attract women because they're going to feel how rare you are. Because a lot of men, especially nowadays, are just as emotional as the women are, and that's never going to work. They don't want somebody who is going to be, they don't want another them. They want something that's going to complement them, not bring more stress and whatever it is to their life. So again, when I wrote down, I said women outnumber men. So if you make yourself into a low maintenance man, you will become rare. Facts. In women's eyes, not replaceable, which also means you'll attract more women and have a wider range to choose from. Facts. If you make yourself rare out here, because women outnumber men, so that means there's way more women out here than there is men. When you make yourself a rarity within the already rare, you can't lose at that point. Then all you have to do is really just show up being your rare self with your rare energy, which is not easily duplicated or replaceable. And by having that essence, you're going to garner the type of energy from women that you want, instead of trying to impress them and do all this other stuff, have these pickup lines and all this other stuff that people try. You don't need none of that. When you just are you and you're walking within the essence of your value and your power and your confidence and strength and knowing who you are, you're naturally just going to attract women because they're going to feel it. And that's the thing you got to understand. Women are creatures who work off of emotion. So it's always about what they feel. It's not about what they think. It's not about what they say. It's about what they feel. And when you can tap into what they feel and make them feel some certain type of way about you, that's when the game becomes easy, because you don't have to play a game, really. You just come up, showing up, being you, and they can sense it. It's something that is tuned within their nature. They can sense a real man, like the way they say the alpha man and all that stuff. All that really means is you stand out more than the average guy. That's all the alpha man and sigma man and all these other names that they want to throw out here. That's really just a way of saying I'm different from the norm. You know what I'm saying? So when you separate yourself and you become a rarity, you become a rare gem, and women love jewelry, they're going to gravitate towards you. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to appreciate your presence more than they are going to anybody else. And they're going to treat you completely differently too, because you're walking within that certain type of essence, energy, and vibe. You know what I'm saying? So that was another point. I said that the plant thing, but everyone's like a plant. The less she has to manage you, the more she wants to tend to you, which is facts. The less she has to manage you, the more she's going to want to tend to you, because you're making it easy for her. So why wouldn't she want to tend to you when you're making it easy? When you make it difficult, that's off-putting, especially nowadays, because like I said here, a lot of women have a lot of stuff on their plate nowadays, especially if they got kids, or if they have like a job that they're working, a career. They already have enough going on as it is. They don't need a man that they have to then manage him too. They need somebody who can come to them and is already complete. Like, he's already good and he's adding something onto the table, even if they don't have kids or whatever the case may be. But I'm speaking on like mature women, because you can deal with there's a bunch of women out here that you can deal with. There's more of them than us. But for me specifically, I like mature women and women who have things going on within their life, because I got stuff going on within my life. So when it comes to them and their careers or whatever the case may be, what they got going on, they don't want somebody who's going to add on to their plate as far as like making it harder, making their life harder than it already is. You know what I'm saying? Because most women want to escape from their life and what they got going on an everyday basis, especially if they have kids. They want to escape from that. They want you to be the escape. You're supposed to be there to be the good vibe, be her peace, be the escape, be the stability. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're there for. So that's another point. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be high maintenance. You want to be, that's the whole thing about being a low maintenance man. Make it easy. You got to master your emotions. She's looking to you to be her outlet, her ease, her peace, not her fun, not a problem to fix. Like I just said, master your emotions, become unshakable. That's a rare quality in men. A lot of men, especially today, are easily shakeable. They're just as emotional as the women, or they're more emotional than the women. So that right there is going to automatically be a turnoff. You have to be unshakable. You got to understand, women are emotional creatures by nature. Even the most healed woman is still swayed by her emotions. Facts. You have to, because it's in her nature to be. You have to be her calm in the storm. Never match her emotions. You stay poised through them. Be consistent, steady, non-reactive. And when you can do that, that's going to up your level of attractiveness, because they're going to say, oh, okay, I can lean on this man. I can come to this man with whatever I got going on. And he can handle me. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to shy away, and he's not going to be moved off his square because my emotions are all over the place. And that automatically bumps up your attractiveness. Here's a key one. You got to be her safe space, not her chaos. No arguing. Be the anchor to her boat of emotions, the lighthouse in her world of darkness. Guide her through to like where she wants to be. She doesn't want you to like fix her issues. She wants you to kind of be like that steady guy. Like, again, like how I wrote down everything I was saying, I wrote down specifically this from my experience. And you know, I write music and stuff, so I can like kind of use imagery and stuff like that. So you want to be the boat, or you want to be the anchor in her boat of emotions. You know, when a boat is on the water, it's going with how the tide of the water, or the ripple in the water, or the waves of the water is rocking. So her emotions is the water. She's the boat. Her emotions is the water, and it's going all over the place. You want to be the anchor. You want to be able to be the stability within her life. You don't want to be the one causing chaos and bringing her more instability. You want to be the stability, so that when she's feeling some type of way, she comes to you, and no matter how she's feeling, you remain stable. You got to remain strong. You keep the boat from floating off into the sea and never coming back. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it comes down to. So you want to be that. You want to be the lighthouse in her darkness. So when she's going through a dark time, she's going to look to you as the lighthouse and come to you for safety. She's following your light for the safety. So again, that makes you more attractive when you can be stable and control your emotions and not be swayed by her emotions. She's going to always defer to you because you're her safe space. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works for women. And these are all things that I had to learn on my own. I didn't have nobody telling me this, as far as like I didn't have a relationship with my dad, so he couldn't tell me this. My uncle passed away when I was younger, so I didn't really have nobody to give me these gems. I had to figure it all out for myself. But now that I figured it out, and I'm the OG to these younger young boys that I interact with and stuff like that, I'm here to drop the gems so that you don't have to go through and figure it out. I'm giving you the cheat code right now. So next point, know your power. Know your power. I'm telling you, know your power. When you know how valuable you are as a man, women can feel it in the way you carry yourself. They will treat you as such, and that's a fact. And it's not just women. Everybody will. When you know your value in this world and you walk around and knowing your power and what you bring to the table and how you affect people in a positive way, and how you make people feel when you come around, the vibe that you have when you're confident within yourself, there's no denying it. So when you're giving off that energy, again, I'm gonna bring it back to what I always talk about. When you're giving off that energy of I know my value, I know how powerful I am, people are gonna treat you like that because that's the energy that you're giving out. Whatever you put out is gonna come back to you. So when you put out energy of I know my value, I know who I am, people are gonna treat you as such. So that's a gem right there. Take that and definitely apply that to your life, because that is a fact. Women also love when you know what you want and you are direct and to the point, and you don't fold on the things that you want. It's okay to compromise on the things that don't make, you know what I mean, that ain't that big of a deal. Like where we gonna go eat, you know what I mean? Like where we, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, you know what I mean, on an everyday basis. But when I say don't fold on the things that you want and stand on, it's the principles that you have as a man. You know, as a man, you should have certain principles set up, and you're not going to fold on certain things. So it's like, okay, for me, like when I come around and if I'm dealing with a woman and I come around, I'm all about good vibes, peace, and having fun, and no arguing. I'm not arguing about nothing. So, and I stand on that, but all within that too, like I know what I'm bringing to the table. So I know that if you can handle these things that I'm saying, I know I'm going to bring an immense amount of value to you in your life. So it only benefits you to rock with what I'm saying, and for me to stand on that no matter what. So the moment somebody does something that doesn't abide by that for me, like then that's when I'm like, okay, well, you can't handle the type of energy that I'm willing to bring. You know what I mean? So you have to stand on that. But women respect that though. When you are sure of yourself and you're direct and to the point as to how you operate and how you move, again, women respect that. That makes you more attractive to them, because they're like, damn, this dude, he knows exactly what he wants. He knows how he's moving, and he's not swaying on that no matter what. Even if I catch an attitude or whatever the case may be, it's not affecting him. He'll just remove himself from the situation and go on about and deal with whoever wants to abide by those standards he has for himself and other people. So again, that's what makes you very attractive to women, knowing what you want, being direct. And lastly, work on yourself. Be confident with who you are. Relax, be who you are. That's really what it comes down to. Again, you don't need no pickup lines, and you don't need to be flashing money and jewelry and all this other stuff. Like you don't need none of that. Like, people, when you're real, women will just pull up on you. I'm telling you, when you're real, women will pull up on you. Now, there is other stuff that comes with that too. You got to be clean. You got to look nice. You know what I'm saying? Having a good body and physique helps. Having a great personality helps. You know, a sense of, you got to be able to tap into different things to make them feel different ways. So a sense of humor, you know, seriousness, and intellectual, transparency, mystery. You do have to be like the total package when it comes down to it. But if you're working on yourself consistently, that's gonna naturally be there. So you won't have to worry about that. So, and then lastly, real quick, the cheat code. Now, this is the cheat code. You have to move her mind first, then her body. But when she lets you have her body, you make her feel so safe and comfortable. She has an experience she could never get somewhere else. I'm telling you. So you stay on her mind. Disclaimer: be careful who you give that type of energy to. When you're a low maintenance man with potent energy, they'll stalk you because you're rare, especially if you know you're rare. That means they know other women know you're rare, and that's highly attractive to women. So women really like men that other women like. Like, they don't want somebody. The women don't gravitate towards dudes who can't get women. You know what I mean? Who other women don't find attractive. Women gravitate to the dudes who other women find attractive, and they can tell when they're with you because women are observant, very observant. So they see how other women look at you or interact with you, and that makes them like, okay, he has value. So that's a cheat code. Get in her mind first, then her body. But when you get her body, you make sure you take her to a place of feeling that she has never felt before and she won't forget. So then you stay in her mind. So that's a cheat code. But again, you got to be careful with that because when you have that potent type of energy, if you give it to the wrong people, they will stalk you straight up. I'm telling you. So what was the last point here? I'm trying to see if I went over everything. Okay, but honestly, the right woman, when she comes across you and really sees your value, ain't gonna just let you be freely out for the taking. It's like, that's like catching the rarest fish you ever had and then tossing it back for somebody else to catch. She's gonna do everything in her power to keep you, and that is a fact. Like, when a woman, that's the last point I have for y'all. When a woman really sees your value, a mature woman really sees your value, she's not just going to let you just be freely out here. If she sees you and she knows you're a low maintenance man and that you're of high value, you're powerful, you bring not only good vibes, but everything that you bring with you is a benefit to her life, she is not going to just let you be willy-nilly out here freely just moving around for any other woman to take. She's not. She's going to make sure that she does everything in her power to keep you. Again, it's like for my fishing people out there, I used to never be a fishing person, but I am now. For my fishing people out there, when you catch that rare fish that you wanted to catch, or you might not even know that you wanted to catch it, but you in there, you fishing, and you catch this fish that you've never seen before, you never had it before, you're not going to throw that fish back in to never be seen again. No, that's something that you want to keep and hold on as a keepsake to remember and hold dear to you. Like, yo, I caught that. Listen, this is mine now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it comes down to, man. That's my words of wisdom for today. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, soaking up the knowledge, spreading it to whoever might need it. I'm hoping that you're having a good day. I'm sending love out your way. And remember, be a low maintenance man. Make it easy for them to deal with you. And then they're going to give you everything that you want. You don't even have to work hard. They're going to give you everything that you want. Just be easy to deal with. Bring them peace, bring them joy, make them feel good. And it's a piece of cake. You know what I'm saying? Work on all that other stuff you need to work on, and you'll naturally just attract women. But all right, I'm going to holler, y'all.